What's up? It's your boy Carcino here. I told you I was gonna find out the whole story for y'all on the Ice-T and LL Cool J beef. It seems like, hey, and there you go. Alright, that's called Dog in the Wax. And that's the record that started it. Now, Ice-T did Dog in the Wax, but that's because when he went to Sire Records to try to get a record deal, and he couldn't get one because they was like, well, your records sound too much like LL Cool J's. Because LL Cool J had the radio record out. And this is back when that album was coming out, and My Radio. It sounded too much like an LL Cool J record. And like, it's like, dude, your beats sound like LL Cool J. So he basically made Dog in the Wax, and he's dissing LL on an East Coast type track. Like, this beat is not a West Coast track. This is a West Coast, this is an East Coast, vibe. Ice-T was born from Jersey. He moved from Jersey when he was like 7, 8. But when he went out there, to LA, that's when he started getting his slang, listen to Iceberg Slim and all of that. So it was a whole different experience when he came on the scene the second time. Because when he came the second time, when he was like, man, I should just make a rap out. And he had the East Coast flavor, because he was DJ at first. He's in the movie Breaking. He used to rap on the mic while he was DJing. Then he decided, look, I'm just going to drop a rap album. He would freestyle rap right there while the breakdance battles was happening. So when LL was coming out, and LL was their target, so he was, man, you want to battle me? Because back then, it really wasn't a diss to, like, call somebody out like that. It's just, like, putting the words out there. But then when LL blew up to a point where it was, where was it? Like, Bigger and Deffer. And then on that Dog in the Wax, he was like, I'm more cooler than Jay, and that was just something a little like. But when Bigger and Deffer came out, nobody was thinking about Ice-T. LL wasn't gonna really respond to that. But Ice-T ended up getting more and more popular than with the success of New Jack City and New Jack Hustler and Colors, and he had built himself up. Then with the album I'm Your Pusher, he takes a shot at LL, and that's when LL decided, like, enough was enough. He had built his name up enough that if he dropped the name Ice-T, people would know who he's talking about. So that's why it was no response for LL for a long time, because the dude wasn't on his radar, but it kept getting more and more. And I'm on the song I'm Your Pusher, it was like everybody slinging like rap dope, like rap songs dope, and all these artists like, yeah, I need that, let me get that. He was like, I got that new LL Cool J. Nah, man, I don't need none of that. You can keep that. So just those little slight disses, it was like, okay. So when he came back in '89, and when Hammer was finna diss him, like we just did the Hammer thing, and he teamed up with Hammer, Ice-T, like showing support to MC Hammer, it's like these dudes just jealous. And he was talking about LL, like LL Cool J and all these East Coast rappers, they jealous. Forget them, keep doing your thing, Hammer. That's when LL made To the Break of Dawn. And when he made To the Break of Dawn, that was to put an end to Ice-T, Hammer, and everybody else in one song. That was like one of the first songs he made before he started working on Mama Said Knock You Out album. It was the first song. because that song was done just as like an EP release, and it ended up on the House Party soundtrack to make sure it go global. LL knew when he wanted to drop a song for the soundtrack, that song don't even fit the House Party thing with Kid and Play. That song had no place being on that album. But LL did that because he knew this is going to go nationwide. Everybody going to buy the House Party soundtrack. Kid and Play is hot. Everybody's going to buy it. So they're going to hear this song. And it's going to spread. And that's going to be what I need to bridge me back into where the spotlight where I need to be, where I got the attention on LL. And it worked. Dissing everybody, even Mo D. It was like, I'm finishing all y'all off on this one song. And then I don't have to touch it no more. I'm done with it. And he did. But the beef was still there. Because Ice-T and the Rhyme Syndicate, they didn't like the song. But rather than have Ice-T come back with a lyrical attack against the song, they ran into each other and it was going to be problems. They was in LA at a mutual rapper friend's house, and it was a party. And Ice-T saw LL, and the Rhyme Syndicate first, they all saw him. So when they saw him, the best album and the best response they could come up with is, we gotta rush in. Well, yeah, so one of the syndicates spot LL Cool J, and they were ready to smash. So the first thing they did was they covered the exits, like cover all the exits, and they didn't know how many people LL was there with. But Ice-T was like, I'm finna go talk to him, and if it get out of hand, like, he wouldn't have made it out of there. You know, that's how Ice-T is taking it. Now, this is the story I knew completely, because people there, everybody at that party talked. But LL and Ice-T sat there and they talked. And Ice-T was trying to talk to him on some, look, man, on some slick pimp stuff. LL was looking like he was ready to punch Ice-T. And Ice-T had to, he felt the vibe and was like, let me tell you something before you, let your hands go. If you do that, my guys are all in here. And he's like, this party will change real quick. The scene will change real quick. Now, I'm trying to talk to you as a brother. And when that started happening, then, everything cooled out. But they were able to squash it. Then they had a lot of people in there, like Flavor Flav, Public Enemy, and then the brother stuff started happening. Like, you my brother, black people shouldn't. So it became a brother unity that still stood to this day. Like, they never even mentioned any problems or anything else. But that's how beef's supposed to end. Just let it go. It's done. It was just like rap stuff. But today, and I don't even know what's going on today.